Greetings, my friends. I am Gilles Mansillon. I'm here to come to speak about spirituality, the transcendental psychology. I hope you find this message interesting, for it is, in truth, we are part of something far greater in the unity field of all that is. We're part of this great collective ascension that is transcendental of any individual consciousness. This collective planetary ascension is part of something greater, which is a galactic ascension, and we're part of the greater brotherhood and sisterhood of spirit, which is far greater than embraces all universes, which is even part of something even greater, which is the consciousness of the creator, of the source. So we all are all that. I wanted to discuss a few ideas. The first one is that we're getting into a transmutation of energy. A lot of people will die and will be reborn in fifth dimensional body, which will make things a lot easier. But for me, I don't think that's what my soul is. My soul is transmuting all the physicality to move me into this higher dimensional frequency. On advanced civilization, fifth dimensional civilization, beings must live 2 to 3 thousand years in each incarnation. And this is probably what is coming for us as we move into the fifth or sixth dimension. And it's not about accumulating things or getting more power over others. It is about learning to enjoy each and every moment, free from time. And in those higher civilizations, usually the first 70 years is considered childhood. When we live in a higher civilization, we can't even have children before we are at least 70 years old. There was a being from Sirius that was commenting on the Earth. By the time you're able to raise children properly, you're too old to procreate. So it's like right now the lifespan is going to be expanded. And I often look at God and spirits. I know they're always present in my mind, in my thoughts. They keep interfering, or positively always, meaningful, with a meaning in communications, but they're always there. And sometimes I'm able to see some higher spirits and my guides, but my I am presence, I was trying to seek out to see my I am presence, because I know it's always there. But I remember that it was disclosed that those I am presence are invisible spirit, even to the company of heaven. Even when they know, everybody knows they work within the mind of mortal beings, but they're completely invisible. A spirit form, for every spirit has a spirit form, most of them, that we can perceive once we open ourselves to that dimensions. But they only become visible when they are fused with a human soul, mortal soul, or when they've been personified. Otherwise, they're completely invisible. But I thank my I am presence, although I cannot see it. Many disclosures are coming as media events, but the most important one is rising within our consciousness. We need to own our own truth, rather than expect it to be fed by government and media, like drop by drop truth. But there's going to be many revelations, announcements that are inevitable, because they're necessary. So it's important to have faith rather than fear. And there is a whole spiritual aristocracy that is being created down here on the earth, or as we awaken. For right now, the spiritual aristocracy would be, of course, the Trinity origin, the Trinitized beings that have been to paradise and sent back on service to the universe. But all the ascended masters are the spiritual aristocracy, and right now there is a new spiritual aristocracy that is being raised, that is being created by our own. Effort to tune in and to allow this divine I am to take more importance within our life, and to follow the way of love. So to understand that within each and every one of us there is the whole knowing God, and He's all powerful. So how do we work with how do we align with it? And then there is the descending spirit. Those is like those were created perfect. So it was the story of Dante Alighieri, that in his physical life he was in love with a girl named Beatrice, but she was nobility and he was not. And so he was trying to convince the powers that be that because he became so enlightened and he cultivated himself so much, that made him noble. And the emperor at the time in Italy would give him reason, but the Pope said no, only by birth. So although we have been born in a very low station here as mortal beings, we are meant to ascend into the realm of glory, into the presence of our Creator. Understanding we are all, though there is an emerging aristocracy, spiritual aristocracy that is emerging, in truth, we are all kings and queens within the kingdom of God. Every human being is a king and queen in the kingdom of God. So treat everybody with respect. And God will put us on our throne when we're seated in our I am presence. God will know where our throne needs to be to serve and to be comfortable. Just as when our light body will emerge, we'll be crowned, but there is a light crown that will crown us. I've seen most of that. Spirit has shown me, it's like a glimpse of what is coming for it. So I know it is real, it is true, it is magnificent. And it is all planned for the ascension with an happy ending. It's just we are being tested and tried. We are like, it's really, really difficult sometimes. We have to accept that all crimes against humanity and all that is against the law of God will come into the light, will be brought into the light for all to be seen. And there is already there is certain things that will be done in society, like the breaking down of the European Union, which was created as the Fourth Reich, this tyrannical power to enslave the states of Europe. I love Europe, but I want to create a Europe that is consultative in the service of people, not this one. We're going to need in France to actually get out of that thing. It's like, there's many leaders that are completely, their mission is to deconstruct all of the social structures, the all that has value within the society in order to continue to keep their powers. But all of that is handing at the end of the 3D rules and the 3D roles and the 3D karmas. Yet when we play in 3D, we need to go by the rules. So the competitive world of 3D, we play the role, we play the rule, we play by the rule. When you play poker, you don't show your cards, you just play your game. And there is a book that was really, of course, it talks about war, and I'm kind of against war. I'm a peacemaker, but it's called The Art of War by Sun Tzu. There is a lot of wisdom within that book in terms of strategy. And so, but when we love, what we seek is to love, to include, to be in the inclusive program of love. We are open ourselves to disappointment, to betrayal, to loss, to pain. But it's still worth it, because at the end, we'll see that it was worth it. And it does teach us detachment. It teaches us unconditional love and unconditional forgiveness. There is no ascension without unconditional forgiveness, because otherwise we remain tied to the wheel of karma. So all situation and configuration are here to be enjoyed, or to be something to learn, or some energy to liberate from all kinds of from past life. I will pull a few cards, and for it's like we're receiving whatever you receive from your intuition. Understand the message is more important than the messenger. Although the I am presence, our God self, sometimes will let us know that it comes from one or the other. Always be grateful. Just say thank you when you receive something important. Drink a glass of water to integrate. And the card of the day is why. There is a lot of questions will be answered, and we slowly but surely the life is unfolding to reveal, to explain itself. A lot of things don't make sense when we experience it, but in the course of time, it fits in and it makes sense. The higher wisdom is happy circumstances. It's about blessing, miracle, and unexpected blessings. What we need to understand is the time of the nap. It is important to rest right now. A lot of action is going to be called, is going to be before us, so what we need to do is the yin, is to be in a receptive mode and to be ready for it to unfold, to come to us. And the outcome is chopping wood. It means to be very present within each of the mundane experiences that makes up our life. So, but even if we have to play in the 3D rule, in the 3D world, we still have advantage, because we have this insight from the heart, and we're not taking advantage of anybody, we're not hurting anybody. Yet we need to dominate the mind, our own reality. We cannot let anything dominate us. If we are sovereign, if we have this God self, this God self has to become sovereign within our own consciousness, and in unity with our will and our intention. For it's like personally, I'm starting to see with my third eye a lot more my thoughts and emotions. Thoughts and emotions are real thing. They actually have forms, and they have colors and forms. So it's like and they have patterns and motions. So it's like it's a kind of interesting. Then we need to discern what they are. I still feel a lot of fluctuation within the energy field in terms of my own vibration. I go through highs and low, but as well as physical, I've got this huge acouphon, and every time I wash my hair, it's like my left ear gets stuck for like 3 days. It's like I cannot hear a thing. So it's a bit annoying, but. I'm dealing with it. For right now, there's great celebrations that are coming. Spirit is just reminding me of that, and there's a split of timeline, but it's a gentle split. It's not in respect of free will. There is those who will hold on, and those who will let go and flow. And we're still making little mistakes here and there, but now we're becoming aware of them. So before we were not aware of our mistakes, so we kept repeating them. So we can fix it as soon as we can become aware of a limited condition or a limitation or a blockage. We can actually change it. So, my friends, I thank you very much. I hope you're having a good day. I thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I thank you so much, if you can, for your donations. It's still very soon we're gonna we'll be moving into a celebration mode. So a lot will be changing. It is already changing. The announcement it's official now. And so we're just in a receptive mode and ready for it. So I thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.